Good afternoon. So I'm going to try and make this kind of quick because I am already getting sunburnt. And I am trying not to explode like a vampire right now. But if I were, this herb, which is mallow, could actually help me out. So there are 61 species of mallow. The one you're looking at right now is called common mallow. And it's also known as round leaf mallow. Its technical name is Malva neglecta. And colloquially, it's also called cheeseweed and buttonweed. And the reason for that is because of these little, what they call fruits. And they're not, I don't think really fruit, but that's kind of where the plant will get its name from. There's a lot of culinary uses for mallow. So she's used in a lot of Turkish dishes. And because she's so prevalent, I mean, there's 61 species. There's many recipes that include her, including what we know as marshmallows. So marshmallows came from mallow. It was the original recipe for marshmallows before they started using cornstarch and sugar and such, because mallow has a high content of gelatin in it, and this is a natural plant-based gelatin that can be extracted and boiled down and therefore used to create marshmallows. So the other thing, because of the gelatin in her, she holds water very well. And that soothing kind of mucus effect that she has can help us in a variety of ways. So it is said that she can cure the sting from a stinging nettle or poison oak if you use her topically. The gelatin is stored all throughout the plant, so the leaves here, stems, and the roots. Most common you'll see like mallow root tea, but you can, I believe, use the whole thing. I've seen people take these little buttons and boil them down and make marshmallows out of the little fruit buttons here. So because of her mucus kind of effect, you can use her externally for sunburns, anything that's going on with your skin that needs moistening, especially if you have really dry skin. She's very soothing and moistening. And the way you can do that is you can steep the plant matter overnight in water to extract that mucus, like the mucus effect. The thing with mallow is you actually don't need to use boiling water to do this. A lot of people use cold water, and that's because the hotter the water you use to extract that mucus and the gelatin, the more you're going to actually get, and it's going to make it very thick. So if you're doing mallow for an infusion or to drink it, I highly recommend using the cold water. And when you do an infusion, you would do something like about 1 ounce, 2 ounces of mallow. I believe you can use fresh or dried. I've heard it both ways. And you steep that in cold water overnight. It's essentially a very thick kind of tea, very concentrated tea. And we call that an infusion. So this infusion you can use externally, like I said, or you can use it internally as well. So that mucus actually will help replace like if you have a stomach ache, or if you have a UTI or constipation, lung inflammation, sore throat, any of those parts of your body that need mucus but are under attack for some reason by bacteria, viral, what have you, the gelatin in mallow here can help replace that mucus with like replace it. So push the old stuff out and replace it with your healthy, normal mucus that your body needs. And with that, she is loaded with, I think it's pronounced quercetin, but this is a type of plant flavonoid that is high in antioxidants, is antiviral, and anti-inflammatory as well. And she is loaded with that. So if you have something really bad going on that's viral in nature, drinking an infusion of mallow is actually a really, really great way to push that out of your system, but then replace it with the moistening, soothing loop, mucus that you need in your body. I've heard a lot of people say that the roots are better for internal use, the plant matter, the leaves and such are better topically, but I've also seen herbalists go back and forth and use both. And I guess the only thing to remember with her is she is a diuretic because she is pushing that stuff out of your system. But she's fairly gentle as a diuretic, but just be aware of those effects. And also remember that when you're using her topically, herbs are not something that are like pharmaceuticals. They don't cure you immediately. They don't fix the problem with one use. And honestly, nor should they. Herbs are part of a system, an ecosystem, as our bodies are, as we are, and it takes building a relationship, using her multiple times, learning about her, and, using her, I wouldn't say regularly, but if you have something like a stomach ache or a sunburn or something, that you want her to help you with, you will need to use it a couple times. Herbs are more gentle that way. They're not part of I've heard some herbalists call it heroic healing, which is like pharmaceuticals where one and done, problem is fixed yesterday, kind of thing, where herbs are something to build a relationship with. They're something that will help you build nutrition to prevent, but they can also help you deal with certain problems, but you need to be patient, you need to use them regularly, you need to be accountable for your own body and knowing and feeling what the herbs are doing in your body, which is also kind of good because with that are fewer side effects in that way, and it gives you control. So having that control of your health is something that, speaks volumes. We feel so out of control right now, and herbs can help us reclaim that. That's what I've experienced, and I hope you can too. So, again, real quick, this is a common mallow. I'll show you the flowers here. She's blooming, and the little, what they call cheese wheels down here, which is where she gets some of her nicknames. So if you enjoyed this video, any of our other videos, please check us out. Listen to our playlists on YouTube. There's a lot of videos there. I'm always in the process of making more. If you want to try out some herbals and bring them home for your own use, you can find us at wildbloodherbs.bigcartel.com. We have tinctures, teas, capsules, and I have right now a St. John's wort balm that you can try out. Always adding more, always learning more. This is a place where we encourage community. I don't know everything. I'm constantly learning. So if you know something that I don't about one of these herbs, please put it in the comments. Like, it's not going to be, frowned upon. Like, I'm not going to get upset about it. I want to learn too. And I do know a lot, so that's why I'm sharing it. But we all have the capacity to learn more every day. And that's what makes it beautiful. So please share your wisdom. I all for it. Again, it's wildbloodherbs.bigcartel.com is our website. We have some cool merch on there, some links to my different Substack articles where you can read more about herbs. And, of course, as you're finding out here, YouTube already. So, feel free to binge watch those playlists and let me know what you think. Add your comments, let us know what you want to see more of, and I am happy to do what I can. So, you have a great day.